Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to honor the bride. Thank you. Please be seated. Dearly beloved, honored guests and friends, we are invited here today because of the strength of love and a promise is kept to share with Kristen and Jason in a very important moment in their lives as they exchange a number of enduring marital vows and express to each other their love and dedication and commitment. This wedding service first acknowledges the past, recognizing that it has taken effort and creativity, patience, and forgiveness to build a partnership strong enough to withstand challenges and safe enough to welcome new experiences. We are blessed to reverence that all today as they begin a new version of their lives together based on support, laughter, loyalty, friendship, and love. As two souls commit to walk a single path, as two halves agree to become whole in purpose, as two very best friends have the absolute privilege of becoming a husband and a wife. In their own words, the pandemic wasn't a great time for nearly anything, but it was a wonderful time to fall in love. From adventures of working from home, to walking together and reading together, building menus together, and bringing food to life. Kristen and Jason's love story evolved in the most organic way possible in one of the most inorganic times in history. And now, to seal it all together on the top of the world in the most beautiful place you can imagine, the most beautiful weekend of the year, this is perfect. Well done. Well done in advance. Good job. Kristen, Jason, the vows you are about to agree to represent a promise you make to honor the love and friendship that you've already grown, to trust the goals and visions and commitments you share, to respect one another's individuals, whether you're together or apart, and spend the rest of your lives together, loving and serving, laughing and supporting, creating and discovering with your fortified and collective energy. This union allows two separate hearts, two separate minds to share all of your desires, dreams and memories, your joys and sorrows, with no fear of judgment, knowing that your love for each other will help guide you through all the uncertainties of life. Today is the beginning of your forever. So what we're about to do is symbolic of many things. The wedding ceremony consists of a number of symbols that are designed to remind you of the pledge you make, to always turn toward each other, not away, to always work through your struggles rather than run from them, Always cheer for the wins. Breathe real deep on the losses. Remind yourself of the magic that grows between you. And do whatever it takes to remain centered in your mutual respect for each other anytime you may lose sight of your love. The world is noisy. Distractions are everywhere. It is not your fault. That's how life is. But one of the most important parts of the vow you're making today is that you promise to keep each other at the center of your focus, even when things get blurry. Expressing these vows today is evidence of the trust and faith you have in the constancy of your friendship and the confidence in the direction your lives will take. Inviting your loved ones to celebrate with you today signifies a commitment to your relationship, probably my favorite part of the whole thing, a shared conviction that you are better together than you are apart. And the wedding ring itself, the first major symbol of the wedding ceremony, serves as a reminder of the wholeness of the love you share, the unending, undying nature of the devotion you have between you, and the eternal bond that we're creating right now. Rings are a forever token of your love. Wear them always and find comfort in their connection. You're going to have to take them off sometimes. That's okay. Always put them back on. Reference them when you're apart. And with them, remember the life you have built and are building. Sal, can we get some rings? Okay, Jason, you want to take Kristen's finger, or ring, excuse me, pardon me. Now, as you place this ring on her finger, please repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my promise to honor you, adore you, and protect you. The rest forever. Okay, Kristen. Same thing with Jason, a little bit of a different vow, but as you place this ring on his finger, please repeat after me.
With this ring, I give you my promise to inspire you, comfort you, and respect you for the rest of forever.
Good. Sorry, I'm going to have to put this all the way up in your face, but that's how this mic is going to kind of work. Now, I understand you prepared some things you want to say to each other. Kristen, you going first?
Everyone, bear with me. I was an English major. Jason, I'm so happy to be here with you in the majesty of the mountains, where we've already shared many adventures, in the company of our family and friends, at the celebration of us and our love. One of our strengths as a couple is living in the present, forgiving the past, unpreoccupied with the future. It's where we reside most of the time. Every interaction and conversation contains all that is you and all that is me, the sum of everything we have come to know about one another and all that we have yet to understand. I fell in love with you the first time we met, and since then, each moment has been a choice to love you, from far or near, and I've done both. And I choose to love you near, in presence of body and time. Jason, I love that you are a man of substance, height, principles, opinions, ambitions, and lots of preferences. That you have a large intellect and voice and presence in a room, and yet you also excel at the little things. With you, any day might become an adventure, an endeavor, part of a story, or a long-running joke. You're delightful to spend time with. I never know which way you'll turn a phrase or land a punchline, where I'll discover sentimentality or sink into soft spots. You're a wonderful listener and storyteller. Your trips and grand surprises, but also coffee on the nightstand and on the go. You're carrying a down vest for hours because it will drop down to 70 degrees and you know I'll be freezing. Building a trellis for a grapevine so that I can stuff grape leaves, and growing eggplants for baba ganoush. Jason, you offer me serenity, a calm, even more desirable than excitement, stillness that fills my lungs with air, slowness that allows my senses to savor, silence which I'm not anxious to fill, solitude, in which I never am alone because you are in my life. I promise I will share my solitude with you, my poetry, the vastness of existence, the endless leaps of faith, the sheltering of hopes and dreams, the facing of fears, and I promise to share your solitude, to be your companion home and away, in body, in spirit, to be your comfort, your haven, to present to you 1,000 tiny problems you can solve when you're shouldering the bigger ones. I promise that together we will share the most intimate and vulnerable spaces and create boundless room within them for each other, for our love, and for our family. And we will fortify these spaces with honesty, trust, and communication. I promise we will share the full times, the lean times, exhaustion and momentum, and find the energy to find one another in the blur, to speak to one another tenderly and listen intently. We will create for ourselves a world within the world, not separate but distinct, that changes as the world changes, that changes as we change, that grows as children grow, that is beautiful in every season, that feels like home in every house, apartment, or hotel room, that provides for us regardless of our employment, that remains present when time tempts us backwards or jolts forward. Jason, in living the present together fully, we have found and will always find our future. And we'll do it now as husband and wife. I love you.
Sure, let's hear it for it. That's some good stuff right there. No pressure, my man. It's not a competition. Really well done. I mean, not a competition, but really good stuff.
Kristen, you've known from the very first day. It has taken me a little more time along the way. No, I'm not actually going to rhyme the rest of this. Kristen, you are my exotic flower. I will care for you, water you, probably a little bit of wine as well, and nurture you so that you can continue to flourish and bloom. I will seek patience for us. I will be kind to you. I will push envy back to the brink. It will be a challenge to not boast or be proud of what we have. I will strive to honor you. I will not let anger guide my decisions. I will keep deleting the list of wrongs. We will pursue the truth. We will continue to persevere. I will protect you. I trust you. I love you.
Good job. You want an attaboy? Way to go, dude. Really? I got her, he says. Well done. Really good job, you guys. If I can say this off script really quickly, what you just did and said is really important. What's going to happen, the magic of today is really, really amazing, but you're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be 5 years from now, and a lot of this luster is going to kind of wear off a little bit. But what you did and what you said and how you feel right now, that's real, it's authentic. So if you can figure out how to access it and remember it, you'll need it in some of those harder times. It's really important, actually. If you can get back to it, okay?
We need your help for that.
We'll be here.
Well done. Let me leave you with a few last things. And we didn't plan this, by the way. Like what they just said and wrote, you're going to hear some redundancy in what I'm going to say, and there's a pretty cool synchronicity in that because we did not plan any of this. Please remember that your relationship will be strengthened and amplified and expanded as you take on the world, overcoming adversity by partnering together, and then celebrating deeply when either of you wins. Both sides of that coin are really important. You got to hang in there when it gets tough, but you also got to pop some champagne when times are good. Not everyone is lucky enough to find someone to walk through the world with. It's a rare thing. It's rarer than you might think. And it's something worth hanging on to. To help with that, please know that honesty, teamwork, hard work, compassion, an amazing sense of humor, these are the pillars of a happy and enduring home. Love each other as you are and continue to grow together. But as time goes on, always return to the foundations upon which your love has long since been built in order to remain true to each other and the commitments you've agreed to make to each other today. And then, as you go forward, as you grow your friendship and you continue to write your story together, just know life has a way of creating distractions. I mentioned that earlier. And that is not your fault. But when it does, I would advise you to look for ways to strengthen your partnership, your friendship, your marriage, with common goals and shared interests. And that will ensure you have an amazing life together. Simple things even. Date nights on Tuesday. Okay. Spontaneous getaways to Aruba are great, but Tuesday night happens every week. Be curious, be kind, be engaged and involved. Always find reasons to celebrate. Never forget to enjoy the adventure. With all that said, when the hard times come, just know there are not many things that can't be solved by saying I love you. And that doesn't mean you can't be frustrated or upset or exhausted. Those are normal feelings. Just make sure you chase everything, every argument, every male discussion with an I love you. You hear me? You end every hard thing with an I love you, and then you can send him to his room and he can go figure things out, come back and figure it out all later. Just be gentle with each other, okay? Finding your soulmate is not an easy thing, and that's a special, special thing. Take very good care of it, okay? There are not many things that can't be solved by swallowing your pride and being wrong. And you're going to be wrong sometimes even though you know you're right. And that's going to be the best thing for your relationship when you do it. And you never bring it up either, by the way. It just kind of goes away, okay? That's a really important part of what's happening here. You're with your best friend. You're with your soulmate. You're with your ride or die. Whatever cute thing you guys call each other, you found some magic. You hang on to that. You take very good care of it. Finding someone who will pause before they are harsh, who will bite their tongue when they're tempted to be mean, who will hug you deeply when no one else knows you need it, who will build an empire with you and then rebuild it when it falls, who will laugh with you, who will cry with you, who will laugh until they cry with you. That's a blessing. It's special. And that's worth fighting for. That's worth celebrating any chance you get, because not everyone finds it. I hope you know how special this is. My last words for you are these. One of the most important things that you can learn in this life is that apologizing does not always mean that you were wrong and the other person was right. Sometimes, most times, I would argue, it just means you value your relationship more than your ego. Be strong but soft. Be sweet but secure. Having a partner you can trust and admire and root for and rely on. That's an honor. You need that for each other. Your marriage deserves to be treated with that level of respect. Your best friend deserves the kind of care that only comes from your closest, most important ally. Please take care of each other. Okay. Now, as we seal your union with the marital vow, please pay special attention to what you're agreeing to do. Please remember who you're agreeing to do it with. Kristen, do you take this man? Do you take this good man to be your lawfully wedded husband? To have and to hold, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, in good times and in bad, committing yourself unto only him, for now and forever?
I do.
Jason, do you take this woman? Do you take this good woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, in good times and in bad, committing yourself unto only her, for now and forever?
I do.
Well done. Congratulations. Please take very good care of each other. By the authority vested in me by the state of Utah, I am pleased to pronounce you husband and wife. Jason, you may kiss your bride.